Good morning, everyone. Welcome. Come on in. Grab your coffee, grab your tea, and let's have a little crafting time. I am a few seconds early. I'm going to give everybody just a moment to get in, but I am going to go ahead and get my desktop set up so I can see comments as they come through. Good morning, everyone. Welcome. I am so excited to be here with you this morning. It's just a great and refreshing time to be able to come to my studio in the mornings prior to going to work. This is a joyful thing for me, and I love being here. All right, it looks like my video is clear today. For the last two Facebook Lives, it's been very blurry. Somehow or another, my light fixture settings were changed. So hopefully this is a lot better and a lot clearer for everyone now. All right, guys, get your coffee. I got mine. Get your hot teas, hot cocos, whatever it is, as we get ready to start doing our morning crafting. All right, I feel like I'm missing something, but I'm really not, because we're going down to the slope of the holidays. Is everybody ready for those exciting times through holidays? This week I have been thinking about our Thanksgiving family gatherings, been thinking about our menus, and I want to go back to when I was a child and doing all the old-timey recipes this year for Thanksgiving, because it is such a blessing to be here and to still be able to function and gather with loved ones. So during the holiday, take your time and enjoy every moment with your family. And I will be popping in and out. I will be taking some time off next week to be with family, but I also will be in and out on my Facebook page too, so don't think I'm leaving you, because I'm not. We will still have our crafting time together. I know on Monday night we have our craft along, so for those that got your getting your kits, they will be in the mail tomorrow, and I know that's very close, but I've had some family things come up that has delayed me, but they will be in the mail tomorrow, and I will be more than likely doing second day delivery. That way I know you have them by Monday, so you can do the craft along with me. I do have a few packets still available for craft along, so if you did not get yours and you would like it, just reach out to me. I'll be glad to do that as well. And then also, I'm getting ready to flip the camera, and I wanted to share with you. Oh, shucks. I done took them downstairs. All right. I have a few of my Advent calendar night event packets still available. So if you're interested in the Advent calendar projects that will be going on through the month of December, reach out to me on that as well. And I may pop in this evening and do a little sneak peek of what the Advent calendar is, so you can see that. Good morning. Welcome. I am so excited that you are here. All right, so it is about 6:18. I'm going to go ahead and get started. Welcome, everyone. This is Jennifer with Creativity. I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, and I am coming live to you from my studio in Lexington, South Carolina. It is the state that has the unpredictable weather. 1 minute we're 30 and 40 degrees to going back to the 80s today. So today we're going to be approaching our 80 temperatures, which is fabulous. I love this time of year. We've had that fall season where we could enjoy the leaf changing and getting in the swing of Thanksgiving coming up. And now we feel like we're going back in into summer, and then who knows what next week's gonna bring. We could go back to the 40s, who knows. So it's just a roller coaster here in my state, but it's a fabulous thing. So we just take every moment that we have and enjoy. All right, so let's turn the camera and get started. So we will be able to see the projects. I have went back to an oldie today. This set is in the annual catalog. Let me zoom in just a little bit. So the stamp bundle that I am using today is our Shepherd's Care. This is, like I said, an oldie, but it is still a wonderful stamp set to use because it is related to Christmas. Excuse me. It is related to Christmas, and this is a special time of the year for me as well, because without Jesus Christ in my life, I would not be who I am today. So whenever Stampin' Up! Comes out with any of the Christian stamp sets, I tend to gear toward them just because of all the good things that has happened in my life. And so this is the set that we're using today. I've got two simple projects, but yet very beautiful projects to share with you. So let me go ahead and pull those projects out. Oh, along with Shepherd's Care, I will be using the Night of Navy ink pad. I will be using the branching out dies. Also, I will be using the stylish shape dies. So if you don't have these dies right here, oh man, you're missing out. And I highly recommend that you get these stylish shape dies because they are absolutely wonderful for all types of projects. And my other go-to now is these branching out dies because since we do not have a border punch, you can see these dies do have the corners punched out of them. So this is my second go-to. And if you scrapbook, these dies are great for photo matting. I know in my scrapbooks, I do cut corners on my photo mattings, and these dies are great for that. Okay. And then lastly, we will be using is some embellishments called antique pearls. Get them out of my sleeve here so you can see them better. But these are the antique pearls. And these are the ones that we will be using as well. All right. So in the description of this video, I have my free purchase class. I did a Facebook Live last night using one of our new online stamp sets and friendly foldage. If you would like those projects that I did last night, there was 4 cards made. If you want those cards for free, if you just click that link and shop with me and place a minimum order of $45, then I will send all those to you for free. And in case you missed the projects last night, these are the projects that I did. Show you real quick. These are free with the purchase class. So here is this one, and it opens like this. All right. And then this one here. So these are the cards that I did last night in my video. If you missed that video, you can go back and just look in the the scroll in my Facebook or on my YouTube channel, and you can see that class from last night. And then if you're not on my email list, join my email list by clicking the link in this video, because there will be a surprise coming out next week that you will not want to miss, especially since I will be taking some time off. I've got some special deals that I'm going to be sharing by email with you. So make sure you're on my email list so you don't miss out on that. And then Creativity Club, if you're not a member of that, it is time that you jump on board and start getting those projects sent to you. There is always 5 projects. There are 5 designs. You do 2 of each, so you do a total of 10 cards. You get $25 in free Stampin' Up! Product, and it is a monthly subscription club, but you can cancel at any time. So if you're not there, I would suggest that you join, because December's club is going to be awesome, and it's not going to be Christmas related. So November club was the last Christmas club, so December club will be something totally different, not Christmas related. All right, let's get started with our projects for today. Like I said, I've got 2 simple cards, but very pretty cards to make. So here is one. And then here is our other card. All right. And I think I want to zoom just a little more. Okay, there we go. All right, so these are the 2 projects that we're going to be using today. So for this one, I just used our cloud cover cardstock, our basic white, our country wood designer series paper, and that is it, and linen thread. All right, on this one, I used Night and Navy, basic white, country wood designer series paper, Night and Navy ink, and the linen thread there. And of course, I embellished it with the antique pearls. And then just a piece of basic white on the inside. You can stamp inside, or you got room to write a message. So these are the cards that we're going to do today. We're going to go ahead and get started with this one here. We're going to do this one first. So basically, you have your Not a Navy cardstock. It is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Then you have your designer series paper from the Country Woods. That is 3 3/4 by 5. You have your basic white cardstock that is 4 5 1/4. And then on the inside, you have your 5 3 3/4. So that is your inside piece. So I'm going to move these over so that gives you your space that you can take a screenshot if you need so of all the measurements. And then I also have a white, basic white label that I cut out of the Stylish Dies. Okay, that is the product that you need for this card today. And then I've got my stamps already on the block, so we are ready to get started. I'm going to slide these out of the way so we can use pieces as we go, so we're not doing anything wrong. So we're going to take our card base here and fold it in half. Take the bone folder and run across the top to give it that great seal, okay? Then we're going to go ahead and take our inside piece of cardstock, And we are going to go ahead and put our adhesive on it. I am using our green glue. We demonstrators call this the green glue, but it's just liquid glue that Stampin' Up sells. So we're going to put that on. You can use any type of adhesive you choose, but I decided I would do the green glue this morning. So we're going to just put that inside like that to get it over with. We're going to move that over a second, and then we're going to take our designer series paper, which is the wood grain piece, and we're going to take our shepherd and the sheep, and we're going to stamp it in the Night of Navy ink. We're going to take this and we're going to tap our stamp into the Night of Navy and making sure we get it very good and covered. All right. And since it seems to be a little darker on the bottom, we're going to turn it around. And then we are going to just stamp straight onto the wood grain. Do not rock your stamp or you're going to get halos in it. So a lot of times people get those halos and it comes from rocking the stamps. So I'm going to take my star now and tap it in, and we're going to stamp that right at the top. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Like I said, this is an oldie, but I thoroughly enjoyed this bundle. Now I'm going to do my sentiment, and I'm going to say peace on earth, and that's going to go straight onto my tag here. Okay, peace on earth. There we go. There is that. So now we are ready to assemble our card. We're going to take our other piece of basic white, and this is going to put this onto the basic white. So let's get our glue out again, and I'm going to put just a little bit around the edge. With using liquid glue, you don't want to overdo, especially around the edge, because it'll goosh out, and you don't want that on your card. You want it to be pretty, but if it comes out, then it's going to be messy. So we're going to just kind of line this up. I do have a border around the edge for the basic white to show. Now we're going to take this and put it directly onto our card base because we're ready for that. And we're going to just go around like that. This would be a quick and easy Christmas card. So if you are behind on getting your cards done, this bundle right here would make it so easy because it is so pretty just doing it like this, and it's not a lot of work entailed to it. So I'm not sure if you're finished with all your Christmas cards or if you're like me and probably not even halfway over your cards. This might be a great one to have here because I somehow or another have gotten behind. That's something I've got to do tonight, is count up what I have gotten completed so we can see where we got to go this weekend, because I got to get them done because I need them in the mail. Thanksgiving week is when I normally send out my cards. So, all right, so we're going to put this on with dimensionals. I've got 2 dimensionals on here, but then I'm going to take my adhesive Stampin' Seal, and I'm going to put just a little bit at the end of the tag here. And the reason I'm doing that is because I'm going to take my baker twine and I am going to do a double bow. And then I'm going to stick it behind this before I hook this down. So putting the little adhesive on the end will save, it will stick to this. So I'll show you in a second. Okay, and then we're going to just take it and put it right on the back side there. All right, now we're going to take our pick tool and get these little backs off of our dimensionals. And this is going to go right onto the front of the card base like that. Now my tail is a little off, so I'm going to trim that so it's kind of even. But that is how that goes. Now it's time to use our embellishments. And we are going to take one of the larger pearls here, and we're going to sit it right in the center of our star. So there is card number 1. Quick, easy, but beautiful. I hope you like that. Okay, so there is card 1. So let's go on to card number 2. Now I'm going to tell you, I struggled with the baker twine on this one. So I'm going to try it the way I've made the sample. But if I start struggling, we're going to just tie it in a knot. So I was struggling with the baker twine and tying this bow. So like I said, if I struggle this time, we are going to just tie that in a knot and move on, because it is not going to get me today. All right, so for this one, I used the cloud cover, which is right here. And this is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then I have a piece of the designer country wood designer series paper, and it is 5.5 by 2.5. And then I have a basic white label that I used by cutting out the stylish die, and I did the inside die right here, the very first die, to cut out the label. And that is all I have on this one, and I used the Night of Navy ink pad. So let's take these off of our card so we can start assembling this project. So because this cardstock is so light, you do not have to put any other piece on the inside, because you would be able to stamp directly on this or even write your message and it shows up. So I'm not even going to do any other colors on this piece. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these little speckle things out of this die set. They're right here coming off of this die, off of the stamp set. So we're going to use that, and we're going to kind of just make our own background piece. So I am just going to stamp. There is no order as to how this should go. All right, and I did 2 layers at the top, and then I did it again at the bottom. And we're going to turn this around, and we are going to be able to get this blank spot. There we go. And we're going to do the same right there. All right, now we're going to come down to the bottom and do the same thing. And like I said, there is no order in this whatsoever. Okay. Perfect. All right, so now, since I got a little bit on my desk, I want to take, I need to wipe that off real quick before I get that on my card. So let me clean my desk real quick and get this off. Because the last thing I want is to get ink on my pretty card. Because this one, you can send this to anybody, and it's not a holiday related card. So we're going to take our label here. We've got a little star. We're going to tap it into our ink, and this is going to go straight onto the card itself. And then my sentiment says, he heals the broken heart and binds up their wounds. Psalms 147:3 is our sentiment for this card. So if anybody's got some hard times going on, this card would be great for that. So there is that. Perfect. And then we are going to put this on with dimensionals. So we're going to go ahead and do that piece really quick. I'm going to, because I don't like the way that one is, so I am going to double up on my dimensionals for this card, because I don't like the way it's folding up at the bottom there. All right, so we're going to let that sit a minute. We're going to take the backs off here. We're going to go ahead and do that piece. But then we can't do anything else until we get our thread wrapped around the other part of the card. So let's see what we can do here. Now, this is the part where I struggled. So again, if I struggle this time, we are going to just tie this little joker in a knot and move on. All right, so we are going to wrap this 3 times. And the way I like to do this, so I keep my string kind of straight here, is I am going to put just a little adhesive in the middle. And that way I can take this and stick it onto the back of the card, and then I can run this across here. All right, now that should be our 3 times. So we should be ready now to tie our bow. Let's see if this is going to work for me. Because when I made this card, it just was not going to hear of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie this in a knot. We're going to... See, it don't even want to tie. I don't know what in the world. Oh, now I got the tag on me. Okay, so now I've got it tied in a knot, so it should be easier to do our bow. So let's see what is going to happen here. Are y'all going to be my lucky charm? Please tie. Oh my goodness, we got it, guys. It's huge, but we got it. So now we got room to work with, so I am good with that because I can always make it smaller. Yeah, that's perfect. Y'all are the lucky charms. All right, let's do this. I think this is good. This is why I like doing double, because my thread tends to roll if I don't do double knots. But I mean double bows. But if I don't do a double bow, it does this. But if I do a double bow, it don't ravel like that. So we're going to leave it alone because I can sit here and play with this all day long, and I have to get to work, and you probably do too. So what I did with this is I took the threads and I separated them, kind of giving them that pretty fan look. All right, perfect. Now we are ready to put this on. So let me get my liquid glue, and we are going to run these across here, here. All right. We're going to put this onto our card front. Just like that. So pretty. And then we're going to take this and we're going to tuck it right up under that bow. Okay. And then for our embellishments, we're going to take our pearls and we're going to take one of the medium ones and we're going to put in the bottom. And then we're going to take one of these babies and we're going to put in the bottom. So there is our project for today. All right, let me close up my ink pad here. Not wanting to. Whew. We got to give that some oil. That wanted to be tough to come out. All right, let's get card number 1 out again so you can see it. So here is card 1, and here is card 2 for today. Okay, so there is our coffee and a card with Jennifer this morning using the Shepherd's Care stamp set. So I hope this is the stamp set we used. So hopefully you have enjoyed this. I have inspired you this morning to start some crafting. And I am excited to be here. I hope everyone has a wonderful and blessed Wednesday and the rest of your week. I am thankful for each and every one of you, so thank you for being here. And if you liked my video, please share, like, and follow me. And then if you're on my YouTube channel, if you would subscribe and share my YouTube channel, I would greatly appreciate that as well, because that does help my business and helps me grow. Again, thank y'all so much. I am so blessed to have the honor to be here with you crafting, and I thank you for following me and supporting me in that way. I will be back on Friday evening with a Fun Fold Friday card. So stay tuned and I will see you then. And if there's anything that I can help you do, please reach out to me. I would love to craft with you and help you in any way. Have a wonderful and blessed week.